Hi guys, this is Rohit and welcome back to the channel and also welcome back to another car review. Hope you're all doing great. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing MG's compact crossover SUV, the Astor. I'll walk you through the exteriors, interiors, engine specifications, safety features and the on-road price. So watch the video until the very end, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing it and tap on the bell notification for the latest updates. Alright, so this MG's compact crossover SUV, the Astor, is actually based on its electric vehicle, the ZS EV, and in fact the Astor is basically a petrol version of the ZS EV, so it's pretty identical in terms of the dimensions and the shape. Speaking of which, let's talk about its exteriors and the design. So what's not identical, or rather largely distinguishes this Astor from that of the ZS EV, is its front end. You get this beautiful radiating chrome studded grille with the MG logo right at the center, and the front camera which is positioned just below the logo for the 360 degree surround view. Then following the center grille, in the lower section you'll be finding the radar for the ADAS. Then making your way up here, you have these stylish looking DRLs, which MG calls them as Hawkeye DRLs, and the turn indicators are just placed right above it. Then comes the headlamps, these are LED projector ones, followed by fog lamps in the lower bumper. To me overall the front looks very stylish and sporty, especially in this starry black color. Speaking of which, you have 4 more colors other than black on offer, and they are orange, silver, red and white. Now coming to the tires, well, these are 215 by 55 section 17 inches with dual tone 17-inch machined alloy wheels. All the 4 wheels are equipped with disc brakes for a better braking performance. Suspension wise, the Astor gets a McPherson strut at the front and a torsion beam at the rear. You've got side claddings for the protection, and the ground clearance is 190mm or 19 centimeters, which is more than sufficient. Now coming up to the side mirrors or the ORVMs, they come in body color and also black for the top end variants. Now these mirrors are electrically adjustable, foldable and have turn indicators in them, and a camera as well for the safety. Moving on to the top, there's a double pane panoramic sunroof followed by shark fin antenna and the satin silver finished roof rails which look really good. There's a chrome strip which runs across the window line and gives that elegant look. Then the outside door handles have chrome highlights along with keyless entry and go function. Now moving your way to the back, the design is pretty neat. On the top there's a high mount stop lamp which is integrated into the rear spoiler, followed by a wiper and the defogger. Then on the tailgate right in the center there's a big MG logo followed by the model name Astor. Then towards the right corner there's ADAS written, which translates to Advanced Driver Assistance System. And the Astor is the first car in the segment to get this feature. I'll be covering these ADAS features in the later part of the video. Again, just like the front, the rear taillights have similar design. Looks really striking, especially at nights. Also, you've got turn indicators in them as well. In the lower portion of the rear bumper, you can find the rear reflectors, parking sensors, and a rear parking camera, followed by fake exhaust tips finished in chrome, which is just for the sporty appeal. Alright, now time to check out the cargo space. So this MG logo here actually serves as the tailgate opener. You just have to push it in to open it. So this MG Astor has a boot capacity close to 470 liters, and MG has not revealed its exact figures, but what you get here is almost a flat floor, extra storage spaces on either sides, a trunk light and a space saver spare wheel which is a 215 by 60 section 16 incher. Well, that's all about the boot space in the MG Astor. Time to check out the rear seats. The rear doors open wide enough. The door openers have satin chrome finish, followed by leather padding on the side armrests. In the lower doors there are fairly sized door pockets for your water bottles and a speaker next to it. Coming to the upholstery used here, well, these are dual tone iconic ivory leather seats. Also you have the option of having them in red theme or black. You've got adjustable headrests for all the 3 passengers. Then in the center there is an armrest with cup holder with a proper lid which will not hurt your elbows. The floor mat design looks good, especially with the red edges. Alright, let's get in. So there's a ton of footroom, legroom and a decent knee room. Even the under thigh support is decent. The floor is almost flat, so the center passenger shouldn't face any legroom issues. On the convenience side you get AC vents along with 2 USB charging ports, backseat pockets for your papers, grab handles on either sides, and a massive panoramic sunroof which lets in a lot of light and makes it even more spacious when the sunblind is opened. Well, that's how the front cabin looks like. It definitely looks upmarket. So let's jump into the front seats as well. Like I've already said, you get keyless entry and go. Also, you can unlock or lock the car using an app from the mobile. Again, satin chrome finish door openers with lock and unlock switches. Leather finish side armrest with power window switches. Just like the rear doors, the front door pockets are also fairly sized ones, so you can easily fit in a large water bottle. Now coming to the driver's seat, well, you get 6-way power adjustable or electric adjustment for the driver's seat, which makes it easy to recline, increase or decrease seat height based on your preference and comfort. You can see the pedals with the dead pedal. Moving up here, there are latches for the fuel lid and the bonnet, followed by ORVM controls, auto fold switch, and the headlamp leveling adjustment. This particular car has ivory leather theme, which you will be getting it on the dash, center console and side armrest. And these turbine looking AC vents in fact reminds me of a German auto manufacturer. And with piano black finish on the surrounds, it definitely feels upmarket. What's more interesting is the soft touch materials used on the dash along with the stitching. So Astor is probably the best in the segment in terms of the quality and the feel and the finish. Alright, so you get a 3-spoke steering wheel which is leather wrapped with satin chrome inserts, MG logo in the center. Coming to the adjustment of the steering wheel, this is tilt adjustable, not telescopic as such. Then moving on to the controls on the steering wheel. On the left side you have the infotainment controls, phone button and a SRC button. And on the right side the buttons are strictly for the instrument console. Also have a button for the voice inputs as well. Wiper controls on the right side and light controls onto the left. And also you get the cruise control which is below the steering wheel. Just look at the way the engine start stop switch is done. The attention to detail is great on this car. And when you turn on the ignition, there's this beautiful instrumentation popping out with cool graphics. Well, this is a 7-inch LCD display, shows you a lot of information like time, temperature, odometer, trip meter, lane keep assist, different warnings, fuel economy, TPMS or tire pressure monitoring system, battery voltage and etc. Also you've got speedometer onto the left with the fuel gauge and tachometer onto the right. So overall it's a nice and clearly laid out instrument cluster. Moving away from the instrumentation towards the center of the dash, there's soft touch materials on the top followed by satin chrome finish and the leather treatment which actually goes all around the center console as well. The glove box is a smaller one. Now this right here, the weird looking thing, or rather the AI bot, is actually an assistant which MG calls it personal AI assistance. So this personal AI assistance is actually a cool and an entertaining feature, I would say. This AI assistant talks to you, takes commands and performs certain functions. So when you go on a solo trip, you're not at all alone. And yeah, of course, kids will love it. Alright, let's try opening the sunroof with this AI bot. Hi MG, open sunroof. As you can see, it shows the opening of the sunroof. So yeah, you can play with some of the commands. Now here comes your 10-inch infotainment touchscreen which supports USB, FM, Bluetooth, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Just like the Hector, the Astor also has connected CarTech features, which means it has a SIM inside. So internet is on board. You've got built-in navigation and then a separate widget for your climate controls. You can increase or decrease the temperature and the blower speed. Also there's Geo 7 for the music lovers. Here in the vehicle settings you can access different car functions such as driving assistant features, rear drive assist and all the ADAS features. There's a 360-degree camera for a safer parking. You can choose different views if you are in a tight parking situation. So it's a slick and easy to use infotainment system. Following the infotainment screen, you have these switches for the home, climate controls, followed by charging ports. You get a 12 volts power socket and a couple of USB charging ports and some space to put your phone. Now coming to the transmission or the gearbox, well, this is a 8-speed CVT automatic transmission, whereas if you pick a manual one, you'd be getting a 5-speed manual gearbox. Also there are specific buttons right here for the hill descent control, traction control off and 360-degree camera. This MG Astor gets an electronic parking brake or EPB along with a idle start stop switch, followed by 2 cup holders and an armrest finished in leather with some storage. Moving up here, there's a basic IRBM followed by individual reading lights and a rotary knob to operate the sunroof. And finally the sun visor has a vanity mirror inside. Well, that's all about the interiors. Now let's talk about the engines and the variants on offer. So the MG Astor is offered in 2 petrol variants. The one here is the VTI Tech 4-cylinder naturally aspirated 1500cc petrol engine, which produces 110 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 144 Newton meters. And this petrol unit is paired to a 5-speed manual gearbox and an 8-speed CVT automatic transmission as well. On the other hand, the other petrol variant is a powerful one. So this is a 4-cylinder turbocharged 1350cc petrol unit which churns out 140 horsepower and a max torque of 220 Newton meters. and is only available with 6-speed torque converter automatic transmission. Now coming to the variants, there are 4 variants on offer, and they are Style, Super, Smart and Sharp. Style here is the base variant, and the Sharp variant which I am reviewing right now is the top model. Alright, now let's talk about the first in segment features, which actually include the ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance System. So this MG's Astor is equipped with level 2 autonomous features. You get a total of 14 autonomous features, and they include lane functions like lane keep assist, lane departure prevention, lane departure warning, rear drive assist like blind spot detection, lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert. Then there's adaptive cruise control, forward collision prevention, which includes front collision warning, automatic emergency braking pedestrian, speed assist system and intelligent headlamp control. Similarly, on the safety note, you get 6 airbags, ABS with ABD and brake assist, electronic stability program or ESP, traction control system, hill hold control, hill descent control, emergency stop signal, ISO fixed child seat anchors, rain sensing wipers and automatic headlamps. And finally, coming to the on-road prices, the base variant Astor Style costs around 11,20,000 rupees on-road Delhi, while this Sharp CVT which I am reviewing right now will cost around 17,60,000 rupees on-road, and the top variant Sharp Turbo Automatic will cost you around 19,60,000 rupees on-road Delhi. These prices may vary based on your location. For the exact prices, contact your nearest showroom. So that's all for the review, guys. Hope you liked it. If so, give it a like and consider subscribing it. Thank you so much. Drive safe and have a nice day.